All right. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm so excited to be hosting this week, seeing you guys' beautiful faces. Please turn on your cameras and show me those smiles. I want to see your gorgeous faces this morning or afternoon, wherever you're at. All right. How do you guys like the music in the mornings? Do you guys like it? You want to keep that going? Yes. Awesome. I'm all about the music. I love that. All right. So before we begin the call, I'm going to ask you guys to start this Tuesday off on the right foot. And today we're going to do something a little different. I want you in the chat below to recognize people in your business who are either achievers or leaders or both, who you are inspired by, who are leading with current credibility, who are owning their business. So go ahead and list out those names in the comments below, and I'll go ahead and read them out this morning just to show them some love. Monica Cummings, Emily, Anna Nate Justice, Jennifer Hill, Jade Covert, Katie Rollins, yes, she's going to be on this call today. Tony Cohen, Marley, Ashley Dunlap, Trisha. All these names are coming so fast. Abigail, Kat, Kelsey, Gigi, right? I hope I said that right. Angela Smith for joining yesterday, jumping in with both feet. That's awesome. Colette Owens, Amanda Roger, Beverly Warren, Alexis Brady, Nick Carrier, Christina Cook. Oh my goodness. Selena Price, Mick Camille, Emily, Jennifer Semsher. The names are like going so fast. Tara, Megan, Stephanie, Christy Jones, Briley. All right, Jade, more Kelsey, Jen Worth. All right, you guys, that's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome to recognize the people that are currently leading with current credibility and owning their business, someone that we can look up to and, emulate and kind of like watch what they're doing and see what we could do to put our own spin on things and to own it in our own way. All right, so Pruvit announcements. If you guys have not checked your Pruvit Pulse app, I really suggest doing that in the mornings. Have you guys seen the March promo today, March Madness promo? It just popped up, yes. All right, so we've got the March Madness promo. When you buy one box of Eclipse and one box of Ruby, you get a box of Max. I have no idea what flavor it is, but you get a box of Max for free when you buy one of each of these boxes, which is incredible. I've been drinking this like nonstop. So with that, if you are selling 5 and 10 days like a champ, because that's the bread and butter of our business, right now would be a good time to restock, get a box of ketones for free. That's 20 packets that you can utilize to continue to grow your business. And also, I was on the COC call with our CEO last night, who was on that call. It was freaking incredible. It was fire. BU was preaching to us, taking us to church. And before the call ended, he mentioned something about the Pruvit being able to pull the data from the events. And he said that literally 100, those who show up to at least one event, they get 150% growth income, like as soon as they come back and grow in their business. And those that show up to at least 2 events receive a growth of over 400% financially. So like, that's incredible, you guys. So if you are really intentional about growing your business, I hope that you guys realize that events are really so freaking incredible. It's somewhere where you can go and be surrounded by these people that, are on the same, drinking the Kool-Aid like you are. We're feeling great. We have this incredible mindset. We have this incredible community to connect and plug into these people. And it's just the power of events. I can't even put into words. I used to be a Tony Robbins junkie. I used to go to all these personal development seminars, but now that I'm with Pruvit, I haven't missed a single event in about 2 years. And I think I'm up to like maybe 18 events or so. The only ones I've missed were the ones in Hong Kong. I even went to one in Brisbane, Australia. So it was pretty awesome. Like anywhere Pruvit's at, I'm definitely there. I want to be all about it. So be sure to get your KKN More tickets ASAP. Early bird pricing is going away this Thursday. So please, 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 if you have not already done so, be sure to get your tickets, okay? All right, so today we're supposed to have Kendra McMurphy doing advanced social media strategies day 3, but she's in the ER with her puppy, Junie. So let's send her some positive vibes and love and hope that everything's gonna be okay. But we've got Katie Rollins, our rock star, filling in for her today. So with this, I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself. And Katie, if you're on here, please unmute yourself and let's get going. Please get your pen and paper and be ready to take some notes because it's going to be fire. Social media advanced strategies day 3.
Hi, can you all hear me okay? We good. All right, for sure, pen and paper day. And I am one super sad because I love listening to Kendra teach this, like absolutely love it. However, the really cool thing is I got to sit beside her when we were going through Train the Trainer on the actual content for the advanced playbook strategies. And I'm really grateful because I want to start off by letting you guys know something that's super cool about this, that we can tie together with the social media content that I taught you through the basic social media 101, and then the 2 days that you got from Kendra. The really cool thing that I am finding in reviewing and listening to these again, because I'm constantly trying to get better at it myself, is that everything that we're doing here is honestly so simple, because any of you specifically that are in Pruvit, like, all you need to do is show up as a human being to other human beings with intention. And if you're utilizing social media as the tool for how you want to build your business, or if you want to get better at social media to build your business through social media, there is nothing that you genuinely have to like change about yourself, except for maybe consistency and intent. So everything that we're going to talk about today, the really great news about it is that it's just simple strategy. And like, honestly, like today's part is probably my favorite part about it, because I don't actually think it can be easier. Like what we're going to talk about today, you're going to be like, it's going to tie everything together and it's for sure going to click. But today's going to, it's going to wrap up all of the actual tactical tools that we were learning with, how to find people that you want to connect with, creating your you list. If you're searching hashtags, if you're searching Facebook groups, all of those different things. Kendra did an incredible job with teaching you, like, okay, how do you create a picture that someone's actually going to stop and look at? What's the lighting going to look like? How are you actually capturing that picture with your phone? If you take all of those strategies and now pin them to who you are in your heart and your head and utilize what we're going to talk about today, there is no cap. There's no limit to how far you can take the business when you're utilizing social media. The great thing about it is that there is also no time limit to the amount of time it's going to take. And you'll see when we start going through the lesson today that you don't want this to be a microwaved process, because any other way than the natural organic time that it would take to develop these relationships with people, any other way, it wouldn't create your soul group business partners. Like, it just wouldn't. So everything that we're going to talk about today and everything that you've heard up until this point, I feel like there's probably a commonality between everything. And I'm curious if anyone knows the one thing that we want to make sure everyone understands when it comes to building on social media. Can you guess what the word might be? I see that we got people. Authenticity, intention, authenticity. Homegirl Christina literally just nailed it. I said one word, but as I read it, I'm like, no, it's actually two. Mick goes, no flyers. I mean, that is honestly like the ultimate. But yes, it is showing up with intention and showing up exactly as you are. If either of those waver or shift, you're going to see this entire thing not pull together as clean and amazingly as it can. Hold on one second. Hold on. So sorry, my husband literally just walked in, like, I can't do these when someone's right there in front of me. I'm like, close the door. Okay, so what we're gonna do today, our outcome, thank you. Our outcome is that we are going to show up with the most intention possible on social media to hand select and hand pick our next Pruvit customers and our next Pruvit promoters, okay? So in this industry, there is a word that people hear sometimes and they're like, there's a word that people love to say, and the word is recruiting. The word is recruitment. And I'm gonna tell you flat out that when I have had other jobs in the past, okay, like those desk jobs, I've sat at my desk jobs and I've gotten an email every now and then through LinkedIn, and someone would be like, hey, listen, I just wanna let you know, we came across your resume and we kind of really like everything that you're all about. Like, we like your experience. We like this. And I would read that, and genuinely sitting wherever I was, I'd be like, all right, that feels kind of good. I like that. Did I go and quit my job? No, I didn't go it just because some stranger emailed me. However, when they looked at my resume, they looked at my business card, basically. they got a vibe for who I was, and they felt compelled to reach out to me for a specific reason. Social media, our profiles, our news feeds, all that, these are our business cards as long as you untie the transaction to it, okay? The energy that we're putting out with what we've taught you through social media basics is creating that business card, that storefront. And the cool thing is, there are people that you can find through hashtags, find through Facebook groups, and be attracted to their, essentially their personality business card, and start to recognize, man, these are my people too. I kind of like that. Like, I love her funny, sarcastic shirt. I'm into that. Oh, this girl's all about the memes. You know I am. Ooh, this is just me. This is my personality. Oh, this one's like cloth diapering. No, we probably won't get along. Like, I'm just telling you, like, that's how you can start to identify the people that you would really jive with and really start to get, and I'm not judging cloth diapers. Good for you. I'm just crazy lazy. I don't even wash my own clothes. That's the only reason I'm saying it. So, but this is how you can actually identify the people that you want to start rolling in and talking to a little bit more. So that intention is going to come with 2 tools. Okay. Now I'm going to give you examples of what the first tool is going to be, but for me, I've tried everything under the sun, and we've already talked about this, so this is not going to blow your mind right now, okay? It's going to come with some form of remembering intentionally to start making connections with the people that you're finding through social media that you want to begin connecting with, because you're attracted to their energy, or you're attracted to just the fact that hey man, they're like rocking and rolling on social media. I get it. I really like that. I'm attracted to that. I want to start connecting with that person more. Maybe the hashtags, the Facebook groups, whatever it is, you have to intentionally start to track the people that you want to start building intentional connections and relationships with. So there are different ways to do that. Me, like, I'm a pen and paper, like I have a specific notebook, and it's not with me at this moment, but it's in my book bag. That is my book of my prospects, like my friends, the people I'm intentionally going and making friends with. Okay. And how I'm finding them is through Facebook. I'm finding them through Facebook groups, and finding them intentionally as we've taught you how to do so. You can be a Post-it person. You could be someone that has the names, Christina, that I love that about her. Like, that blew my mind when I first saw that when I joined, and I would just see on her Instagram or see on her social media, she has Post-its of all these names of people, and she like, they're in front of her. She knows who she wants in her circle. Guess what? I was on a Post-it. Kendra was on a Post-it. All of us were on Post-its on this person's wall, okay? Because that was how she knew to stay plugged in. Kendra taught you how you can create collections within Instagram. You can literally save people's posts to a collection of like Dream Team, Soul Squad, Next Legend group. Like, it could be whatever you want to call it, but whatever gets you excited. But you can start pinning their post to there, so you know that those are the people that you're going to, every single day, part of your DMO is to go and start to engage and really build the connection with those people. So you want to make sure that you're creating your list for prospects. And now this can and should be for ketone customers as well, guys. Like, don't get too like, okay, so this is how I can only recruit people to the business. Very, very often the ketones will recruit for the business for us. So don't get too hung up. You can start this if you need to start intentionally. How can I get more customers? But you want to create your list for prospecting. And then the second step to this is you want to make sure that every encounter that you have with that person is giving them value. So these aren't the people that you're going to just go and comment with a heart emoji when they poured their heart out on a post or when they went through something. These are the people that you're going to give a solid, real response to. It can be in the comment thread for starts. Sometimes that makes the most sense. Or depending on what they're talking about, it can be in their inbox. That makes sense that you would reach out to them because something that they said, their heart touched your heart. It made sense. Okay. And that could be about car parts if you're dudes. And I'm just saying that because my husband doesn't get moved by people. He gets moved by gym posts on Instagram, but he's literally making friends with, I'm so proud of him, making friends intentionally with people that care about what he cares about farming equipment. I'm like, what? Okay. But he's totally into it and it's happening because he's intentionally showing up. He's been my guinea pig on this entire process. But so whatever it is that you're getting that heart-to-heart connection with, reach out to them and let them know, because what will start to happen, guys, this is real life. This is adulting. it's actually not the super easiest thing to just be walking around in the world making friends as grown-ups, unless you're in groups, unless you're in activities, unless you have a commonality. Like as children, we were all put into situations where we became friends through class, through sports, through organizations, through our parents being friends. Okay, so using social media, we already know that we are intentionally showing up to create those connections. However, we want to make sure that however we are creating that relationship, that friendship, it has to be based around value. People don't, like, if someone walked up to me, and this is a real thing, okay, if someone walked up to you and just stopped and was like, hey, what's going on? I love your shirt. And then just only talked about themselves for 10 minutes, I'd be like, bye, not my jam. So this is where, again, sometimes we want to start microwaving the process. We think, hey man, I've been talking with Cindy for like 2 days. And you know what? I know that she needs better energy. Yeah, she's a complete stranger. I found her through a hashtag 48 hours ago, but I'm feeling it. I feel like this is the time. I'm going to recommend that you don't. And I'm going to recommend that you take the time and really like get to know Cindy. Let Cindy get to know you, because what will happen, Cindy is going to get on board. Cindy's eyes are going to start watching you. Cindy has a need for ketones, because everyone has a need for ketones. We don't know what that is yet, but Cindy will know what it is when she sees it. So like Abigail taught us in an amazing call a couple of weeks ago, where you can start to mirror the people that you're seeing, what they're posting, how they're sharing on their stories, what they're talking about. Think about if you start to really show up with value in your social media and posts, and you're mirroring their energy, and you're starting to tell their story a bit, like Cindy is going to notice. Cindy's going to ask you what's going on, and you're giving Cindy value. You're giving her a reason to be excited to talk to you about ketones. It's not the other way around. And because this can't be forced, because we're not transactional. That's not who Pruvit is. It just isn't. We have an incredible amount of transactions because we are a community-based relational company. It doesn't go the other way around. The other way around is the way that the cows do it. And it's the way that there's no glue or stickiness to that. So people will be attracted to those relationships that you're connecting with them, or those relationships that you're creating through connecting with them. And that's always going to be around value. So here is the other layer to that. And this is this is amazing. And I'm happy that Kendra put this in the training. This is something I do. This is something I literally know people do this, because this is who we are by nature. That's why I want you to really get this and feel this. When I have gone through experiences in my life that I've shared on social media, not only have I received love and support from other people, the craziest thing happens is, like, people will literally send me a card or something. People will notice me. People will see me. They'll feel me. I'm in their heart. They've reached out and connected, not just on social media, but like something shows up in the mail, something that I was like, that person genuinely, like, they feel me and they see me, and like it makes a human feel incredible. How many people have ever experienced that? Not in business, but just in general. You've gone through something incredible and you've gotten something in the mail, or you've gotten an email, or flowers showed up at your office from a friend. Like, when those things have happened, it's like that will restore your faith in humanity, okay? The thing about this is that when we're looking at social media on how we're building those genuine connections with people that were essentially strangers that are turning into some of our closest friends, because we're intentionally showing up with and creating those relationships to where they know that we see them. When something happens in their life, and it could be anything, literally, it could be good, bad, funny, anything. When something shows up from Katie, like literally, there are people that have received silly shirts from me, because when I saw the shirt, I knew that was something that this girl was like, she posted a meme similar to what was on that shirt. And when I saw it, I literally asked her for her address and mailed it to her. She had no idea it was coming. Okay. Now, is this girl a promoter? No, she's not a promoter. She's now drinking ketones as of recently, but this is someone I have been friends with now on Instagram, and I've met through Instagram a year ago. This will take time, but think about what happens when that glue really does begin to start to dry, okay? When you've created a friendship with someone that they feel seen, they feel heard, to where you're essentially dating almost, but the outcome is you're going to be friends, okay? No one figure out how to, like, jeopardize their marriage during this process. That's not what we're teaching here. Okay. We're definitely teaching creating friendships and connections, but like, so someone, let's see, like I'm just giving personal examples because I think that these are real life things that people can understand, to recognize as well. I've had a friend of mine that we met through Instagram. Her and her husband, they went through a separation period and it rocked her. This was her first love. They've been together since high school. And genuinely, she was like, I don't know who I am without him. You could see this in her posts. You could see it in messages with her. I went and got her I Am a Badass book and had it Amazon to her house, just because when I've gone through things, reading that book, I remember like a period in my life when I read it, how it made me feel. And I wanted to make sure that she had that experience. Okay. Again, she's not a promoter. She is now a ketone customer, but like, I have no idea this down the road, she can be inspired enough to when her situation changes or when she really sees the opportunity here where she raises her hand is like, listen, like Katie, I just, you shared that thing yesterday about how you had 3 jobs and like you didn't have anything for yourself. And I've been feeling that for years. And listen, I mean, I'm curious, like talk to me a little bit more about Pruvit. I love ketones. Like it's a process that can take years. However, when executed properly with intent and with your patients and being authentic to them and loving on other people, that dating process will it will bring some of your actual soul squad as your business partners. Okay. Like it literally happens every single day. So I want to make sure I'm going. So a really great thing that you can do, this is another tip that I'm trying to remember if Kendra said this on the call, but, you can save people to collections. Instagram is a really great tool that you can use, and you can do this on Facebook as well. You can select when someone posts, you can go to their profile and select to be notified when they post something to their story, when they post something to their feed. So you actually get a notification when your friend posts something, because this is the thing, is like, you want to make sure that you're in front. You're always showing up. Because again, it's got to be a part of your DMO. Otherwise, life is going to be busy. You have existing friends. You have actual warm market friends and family that you're talking to. You want to make sure that you're engaging with them. So as you're engaging with them in their stories, when you're laughing, if they literally shared something funny, when you have an opinion about something that they shared that's going to support them, the more that you're engaging, think about it. This is natural. It happens with all of us. They're going to start following what you're sharing, what's on your stories, what's in your posts. They're going to start engaging. When you put something up at the right time, paired with the person's pain point, which sometimes we don't know when that's going to be, but we know if we're showing up energetically and with that vibe and mirroring, like it's bound to happen sometime, they're going to see. Okay. So people will need better energy. And when you finally, when you talked about the not needing to nap thing after, you have 4 kids and usually 2:30 p.m. was your nap time, and then you share that it's not, like, Tina is going to relate to that. Okay. We just don't know when that's going to be, but it doesn't matter because it will happen. So these relationships that are going to be created can take weeks, months, years, but I want to tell you something. You're already scrolling on the internet anyway. So if it takes you some time, you're already logging into Instagram and Facebook every single day. So this is great. This gives you a purpose for why you're doing it as well. Okay. So allow it to take the time it's going to take, because it can't go any faster than it needs to go if you're going to create a genuine relationship. So let me see here. Essentially, recruiting through relationships, it's a very fancy word for just sharing with you and giving you the intent and giving you the outcome that if you want social media to be the tool that you build your business longevity wise, all you're going to do is just apply all the tools that we talked about during social media basics, during the advanced strategies, but then tie in the intent of not just showing up to get yourself in front of more people, but as more people are are showing up in front of you, you want to intentionally take that relationship and foster it. Like, you have to start it for one. So you have to get intentional again with making sure you know who you're going to be prospecting and following up with. You want to make sure that you're intentionally showing up and loving on them, supporting them. Like, again, I had a pile of examples here. Like books are really helpful. Funny things that you can Amazon Prime to someone. I mean, I am telling you right now, like some girl posted something about the argument she got into her mother-in-law, because I'm laughing. I'm talking quiet because my mother-in-law is like this too. Over Thanksgiving, she made a bunch of mashed potatoes, and then the mother-in-law threw the whole thing of mashed potatoes in the garbage because she didn't scrub any in the mashed potato. Like, she didn't scrub the potatoes clean first. Like, they get boiled in hot water. I've never understood this. So I don't do that either because that's dumb. It's a waste of my time. So she threw the whole thing away. So I went on Amazon 2 days later and I bought her a vegetable scrub brush and just had an Amazon Prime to her, because like, how funny is that? But I'm telling you, like, these are friends. She's my friend because we can joke and banter around like this. Like, think about that. So like little things, like I have a whole bunch of different, I bought these when I was in Colorado last year. They're a bunch of little necklaces. They're super pretty that have specific things. When someone's experiencing something that I think, hey man, this clarity necklace, it's a grounding stone that deepens discernment, clarity, and wisdom. Guess what? Like, I've got these locked and loaded, because this is the thing. When this stuff shows up to me, that's like special to me and special to my actual situation, like, just, I mean, yes, let's go do all the things. Let's be the best friends. Like, eventually, if this person's drinking something that's going to burn fat off my body and make me a happier mom, you bet your ass I'm going to ask her about it. Like, what on earth? That's where social media is the coolest thing in the entire world. So that's really all I've got, Christina. And I hope that this simplifies it and that the outcome is really just it's intention and authenticity. You cannot screw this up. Begin implementing the strategies that you learned from 101 and from advanced media, or continue to implement if you've already been doing that. Incorporate the dating process into your DMOs. And this is the cool part. This is the fun part, because you're already on social media. At the end of this, you actually get some really, really great friends out of the process that we're not tied to the outcome of what that specifically going to look like, but we know that they're not going to materialize in front of us. So you just have to be intentional with recruiting your customers and your prospect through social media. And this is a really, really fun way to do that. That's what I got, babe.
I love it. Literally wrote down in huge letters, intention and authenticity. So I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Katie. You always bring the fire. So with that, like some notes, like we talked about yesterday, having a blueprint for your business. And that's kind of what you touched on, is having a blueprint for, who are you trying to attract, the kind of person that you're trying to attract into your business, whether that's a customer or a promoter. Being intentional about putting those names on a piece of paper or a Post-it, getting those in front of you, and starting the process of dating, courtship, right? So you can build that bond and that rapport with each other. Absolutely love that. So I also wrote on the back page, just be a decent human being. So I feel like a lot of times we always forget to, it's just, we're always trying to get that to-do list off, and we're not really intentional in the moment with our conversations with people. I know I am super guilty of that. So I felt like today you were preaching to me. So I absolutely love it, you guys. That was fire. I hope you guys took a lot of notes. I wanted to remind you guys that today we have a Keto 101 call. It's going to be 6:15 p.m. Pacific and then 9:15 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be interviewing Steph Lombardi, who is a 33-year-old single mother, and she's had an incredible mental and physical transformation with exogenous ketones. So if you got new customers or any single moms that are pursuing better, then please share that info out when it does go out, and be sure to jump on that call, share it with anyone that is looking for a better. And then please show up tomorrow. Remind your teammates, your business partners to show up, play full out, because we're on day 55 out of 90, you guys. We got to be, getting these numbers doubling and constantly going up. So I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of today. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.